Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Simone Biles going off again on the trolls and the haters in regards to the jokes about her husband. And you're saying to yourself, Anonymous T, what are you talking about? I thought this was old news. I thought that we had already moved on to other more important topics in the world, other more important celebrity news and gossip to discuss. However, Simone wanted to remind us again of the cringeworthy comments that her husband made to try to make him pop. Instead of celebrating winning another gold medal, winning another competition this weekend, she uses the opportunity to go off on social media to quote unquote the haters and respectfully to bleep off and all these things. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what happened? And I'm looking at the headline for the event, and it says Simone Biles' husband, which is true. And somebody else, I think, said in the comments, Mr. Simone Biles, under one of the larger blogs in the comments, and this is the set-off. So my initial thought was, this must be an ongoing argument in the household. Because at this point in time, it is going to continue to be a forever joke, Simone, that he is Mr. Simone Biles. And the thing is, I know you're going to blame black women for this and black women trolling you, but actually, white people had a whole TikTok challenge in which they asked their white husbands if they knew who Simone Biles was, and they said yes. And then they asked if they knew who Jonathan Owens was, since they're NFL fans, and they said no. So again, but I know black women are going to be blamed for this, right? They're going to be blamed. They're going to be called miserable. They're going to be called lonely and insecure and all these things. No. First of all, the issue at hand, you need to check your husband. That's the issue at hand. Your husband is the one that the first opportunity you guys had to talk extensively about your love story or whatever, he gets on a platform and says, hey, I'm the one that was the catch. How did she pull me? She's the one who drove an hour to see me on one of our dates. We met on an app. However, I wasn't checking for her. I didn't know who she was. It was her that had to keep messaging me and keep contacting me as if Simone was desperate and thirsty and all these things. And had that not happened, they would not be together. And then he took it a step further to claim that he knew nothing about gymnastics and wasn't following gymnastics and didn't know who Simone Biles was, except for that turned out to be a lie because he followed gymnastics in old tweets, tweeting about, you know, all types of other gymnasts, so he would have definitely known who Simone Biles was. But you don't want to talk about that, right? You want to try to police what people are going to comment on the internet, and the thing is, you can't. I don't understand why you want to make this a trending topic, Simone. You are a few months away from the Olympics. Why are you focused in on comments about your husband still? Why aren't we celebrating your win? Why are we doing this? Because at this point, if this is going to be a thing where you're going to continue to just use any opportunity that whenever you win a competition or whenever something positive happens for you, that you're just going to cuss out fans and have your legacy tied to trying to build this man up versus your GOAT status as a gymnast, you know, you've lost the battle. People calling your husband Mr. Simone Biles is going to be a running joke forever. You cannot police what haters and trolls are going to do. Now, here's the thing. What you can do, and what you and your husband can do, is mute Twitter and turn off the comments on your social media accounts and stop searching for yourself. Because that ultimately, you know, is one way to block out some of the noise, right? But sitting here, looking through comments, looking to see who's going to be praising your husband, and then a recent interview you did, you're talking about how everybody wants your husband, how nice your husband is. No. That's not the flex that you think that is. It really isn't. Because people that like to brag on their significant others like this and talk about how amazing he is and how much a prize he is, usually that leads to more temptation out there. That leads to more people to see, let me see if I can try to pull Simone's husband.
Let me see if I can try to get at him in the DMs. Let's see how nice he really is. And all of the things, you guys. But again, all this feels like is this opportunity to build somebody up who's insecure about Simone's success when it's all said and done. Because he used the opportunity, instead of to say something nice about their love story, to basically cut down Simone. That, yes, I know you're the GOAT in gymnastics, but I want you to know I'm the GOAT in this relationship. I'm the GOAT in this marriage. No. That's not how this works, you guys. That's what's giving insecure. That's what's giving a running joke in the household that I'm going to find ways to cut you down. I don't care how successful you are in gymnastics. I don't care if you make more money than me, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to continue to find ways to put you in your place. That is the takeaway that people had when they were looking, through these interviews and through these comments. But instead of Simone seeing this as a red flag with her husband and seeing this as a red flag that this continues to be the only reason that they're going viral and in the news, should tell you everything you need to know, you guys. Should tell you everything you need to know, and that the focus is on the wrong thing. Like I said, the Olympics, Paris, is coming up a few months away, and please do not pull any stunt talking about you need to pull out because you can't handle people calling your husband Mr. Simone Biles. Please don't do this. Please. Right? Because I feel like that's where we're headed. I feel like there's going to be an announcement soon that Simone, for some reason, is not going to be able to go to the Olympics. And this is going to be used as an excuse like, oh, I just can't take all these people, talking about my husband, as if this podcast just happened yesterday, you guys. I didn't even see that many comments even trolling her husband. A lot of the comments were overwhelmingly positive about Simone breaking another record and winning another competition, and how historic it was to see this many black gymnasts in a competition. Why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we celebrating black excellence, you guys? But if you have to use your moment of celebratory, greatness and breaking another record to try to uplift your man and be like, my man, you are not focused. You are not focused because you're devoting your time trying to build up your man's self-esteem. And if your marriage was as great as you're saying it is, you don't have to prove it to the public. You don't have to go on interviews talking about how amazing he is. That should, speak for itself. That should display for itself, right? But his comments was a red flag to people, because typically, let me give you some wisdom. People who make comments like that want to cut you down in public and want to try to cut down your relationship in public and make themselves sound like, they're the prize in all of this. They're the ones that pulled you, even though you're the one that's more successful and making more money and more widely known across the world. It's usually a sign of trouble in the near future, where this is going to be the crutch and the whole, thing that they're going to try to use against you whenever there's an issue, right? Because you even made it a point to say that since you guys are both in sports, you're big on competition. And you try to utilize basically, hey, I'm a gymnast, I can outdo you, I can outtrain you and do all this. So he basically said, hey, I'm going to try to tarnish this good girl image you have to the public and show you to be thirsty for me. So that's not relationship goals, you guys. Because a confident person, regardless of whoever makes more money, regardless of whoever's successful or whatever, they're going to lift you up no matter what. They're going to hold you to a certain level of respect no matter what. I don't see anybody else's, if you want to do athlete relationships or whatever, marriages, I have not seen any other couple that they're both athletes where the husband is out here talking about he's the catch, he's the prize. That same podcast, if you watch Sanya Richards-Ross and her husband, who was also in the NFL and she was the track star, it is night and day about their love story compared to what Simone and, Jonathan Owen's love story was, right? But there was a level of respect that Xania's husband had for her and, really uplifted her and was positive and respectful about her. And that is not the same as what was displayed in this interview as it was, Jonathan Owens basically trying to hype himself up. No. All that gives is insecure, you guys. All that gives is insecure. And here's the thing. I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big NFL fan. And like the white people who did the TikTok challenge that said that they didn't know who Jonathan Owens was, their husbands didn't, who were NFL fans, I was in the same boat. Had Simone not announced to us that she was even with this dude, I wouldn't have known who he was. And even to an extent, still don't know who he was, right? Know that he made some noise recently regarding, you know, his play on the Green Bay Packers, and now he's on the Bears. But when he was in Houston, didn't really hear anything about him, right? But again, people have to do better. When you try to change up your identity to prove to the public, and this is not just, you know, just for celebrities or for athletes or whoever, this is everyday life, right? Because there's a lot of instances where there may be areas that somebody's going to be more successful than their significant other, right? Whether it's in their career, whether it's financially, whatever it is, right? Education, whatever. But if you are spending more time trying to prove to whether friends, family, whoever, strangers, coworkers, whoever, if you're wasting your time trying to prove to them that this is a good person, that, you know, they shouldn't be called Mr. So-and-so because they've got success too, they've got things going for them too. When you spend your time doing all of that, it says trouble in paradise, you guys. It says this is an ongoing argument in the household, you guys. It is saying, let me find a way to turn this positive moment of Simone winning yet another award into something negative because I saw a comment that called me Mr. Simone Biles again. That's what it's doing, right? Because if you weren't bothered by this, you wouldn't keep making statements about it. And you wouldn't keep doing this to try to go viral, right? But again, if you're not going to turn off your comment, if you're not going to do the mute challenge on your name and your husband's name and focus in on training for the Paris Olympics so you could break even more records and win more awards, then we're losing the battle here. We're losing the battle because here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, nobody cares about your husband. You're the GOAT of gymnastics. You're the one that's doing all of these things. We don't care about your relationship or your husband. You're not defined by whether or not you are with somebody. You are, you know, trying to associate your legacy now with trying to uplift, you know, an NFL player that for all intents and purposes, I mean, okay, he's not like he's not what you think he is, but it's fine. It's fine, right? He's going to continue to get employed as long as he's still with you, right? Like real talk. Like, let's call it for what it is, right? But nonetheless, you know, we got to do better. But when people, you know, have to cut themselves down or allow people to cut them down for them, and they know all the things that they bring to the table, to, you know, make themselves feel superior because they're insecure, it's never going to end well, you guys. And so two things are either going to happen. You're going to continue to have this argument and be miserable, or you need to turn off the noise and turn it off because it's going to be a running joke forever. You're going to continue to be successful. You're going to continue to dominate in whatever you do. You're going to continue to be the higher earner with endorsement deals and everything else for being the most decorated gymnast, right? So therefore, that comes with a lot of prestige. That comes with a lot of attention. That comes with a lot of praise. Some people can't handle that. So his response to that was to cut down your relationship and make you look like you were begging to be with him. Or that, you know, perhaps since, you know, you quickly moved on from your previous relationship, maybe he's a rebound. I don't know. But he wanted to make it a point to make it look like you were chasing after him, when typically it's usually the man that's chasing after the woman who's interested in the woman. But it's giving that you're more into him than he is into you, which is why people were saying the things that they were saying. But again, you're not going to control the internet, you guys. It's not going to happen. I don't care how many times you try to shout out the trolls and try to shout out the haters and try to shout out the jokes. it is not going to stop people from continuing to say what they're going to say. And you have to make a decision at this point. If you are going to continue to just waste your time on social media Googling your name and Googling your husband's name to see whether or not somebody says in the comments Mr. Simone Biles and saying this is why we say call him Mr. Simone Biles and all these things, or you're going to turn it off and ignore it because it's going to continue to be a running joke. Until your husband has any level of success in the NFL, like winning a Super Bowl, this is going to be the running thing, right? Even if you never win another competition again, this is still going to be the running theme because you have outdid yourself in the world of gymnastics. And you are well more known than he will ever be. But this whole, I want to go by Mrs. Owens, I want to do this, it's never going to happen, Simone. It's not, right? Even when you retire, they're still going to call you, hey, the most decorated Olympian female gymnast ever, Simone Biles. They're going to do that. They're going to be praising you because you're the one that's the accomplished one in the realm of this sports competition thing. Now, the question is are you guys going to let this define your marriage moving forward and just focus in on anybody who ever calls him Mr. Simone Biles again? Because if that's going to be your focus and your intent, then this is going to be a very long road for you. Because it's going to be a continuous source of, controversy and problems and issues in your marriage. So you have to ask yourself at this point, if you're going to turn off social media, if you're going to turn off the comments and ignore it, because we didn't ask for you to tell these details about your relationship. We didn't ask for it at all. But you guys decided to do that. You guys decided to, run with this narrative. So, of course, people are going to get dragged as a result. Of course, your husband's going to continue to get trolled. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But we cannot control negative comments. There's no such thing as you telling people to shut up and F off the haters respectfully, and they're just all going to fall in line. No. Now you're going to piss off people. Now more people are going to troll your husband as a result of this. Because they're going to be like, how dare you take away from your own success to try to uplift this man. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.